Good evening and welcome to Fliptv News. I am Christian Chico. Let's take a swipe at the top headlines. Buhari begs Asuu. Ambodi's ally challenges Sanwo-Olu as he picks form. Admission to universities will be delayed this year. That's from the vice chancellors. And so grave robbers arrested in Edo State. I don't support Jonathan going to APC, Dokubo. And failed POS transaction, court orders Polaris Bank to pay customer 500,000 naira. Now to sports, Ajax wins 36th title. Let's take a look at the news in detail. The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired on Thursday, appealed to the Academic Staff Union of Universities to consider the plight of students and call off the ongoing strike. The President also urged students in Nigeria's Republic tertiary institutions to exercise patience as the government strives to address the nagging issues in the nation's university system within the ambit of the resources available. He made the appeal at the 19th National Productivity Day and the conferment of the National Productivity Order of Merit Award to 48 eminent Nigerians and organizations in both the public and private sectors for their high productivity, hard work and excellence. This was contained in a statement by spokesman Femi Adesina titled "At National Productivity Day Awards, President Buhari appeals to Asuu to call off strike." Buhari recalled that he had earlier directed the Chief of Staff, Honorable Ministers of Labour and Employment, Education, Finance, Budget and National Planning to immediately bring all parties to the negotiation table to critically look at the grey areas in the demands of Asuu and in fact all other university-based labour unions. On the theme of this year's celebration, achieving higher productivity through improved education system, the President pledged that the federal government would continue to do everything possible to uplift the standard of the educational system in the country. He added that his administration recognized that the future of any nation is contingent on the standard of its educational system. Now to Ambodi's ally, Wale Oluwo, an associate of a former governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, has submitted his 50 million naira governorship form to the All Progressives Congress. He submitted his expression of interest and nomination forms to the party on Wednesday at the International Conference Center, Abuja. Oluwo, who is the chairman of the Akinwumi Ambode campaign organization, was the commissioner for energy and mineral resources during Ambode's tenure as governor. The aspirant vowed to defeat the incumbent governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the APC governorship primary election later this month. Speaking with the media on Thursday, Oluwo said, "Lagos must be free." So far, only two aspirants have submitted the party's governorship forms in Lagos, Sanwo-Olu and Oluwo. The Governor's Advisory Council, the highest decision-making organ of the party headed by APC chieftain Bola Tinubu, had mid-April endorsed Sanwo-Olu for second term in 2023. GSC had in 2018 kicked against the second term bid of Ambode, which led to the emergence of Sanwo-Olu as the APC candidate in the 2019 governorship election in the state. Ambode's predecessors were in office for 2 consecutive terms. They include Tinubu, who was governor between 1999 and 2007, as well as the current Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, who was governor from 2007 to 2015. Since he left office in 2019, Ambode has been extremely politically reserved. He also has not been seen at functions with any of his predecessors or his successor. Though political permutations have earnestly begun ahead of the 2023 elections, Ambode has not declared his intention to run for second term. On admission into the universities, the Secretary Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian Universities, Prof. Yakubu Ochefu, has said the 2022 admission processes for universities may be delayed due to the ongoing strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Ochefu stated this in a chat with the media on Thursday. According to the scribe, the committee is also working alongside the government to ensure that all issues are resolved. The admission process may be delayed because of the strike and the disruption of the academic calendar. We saw it happen in 2020 during the COVID-19 lockdown and also the Asuu strike as well. What most universities did then was to batch the admission process. Vice chancellors are critical stakeholders in the university ecosystems. They have always been part of the efforts to resolve labor-related matters with their proprietors. The chairman and 5 other VCs are part of the advisory team that supports the government's negotiation team. On crime, the Edo State Police Command has said it has arrested a criminal gang that specializes in robbing graveyards and using body parts for rituals, while 6 kidnappers were killed in a gun duel. The Edo State Police spokesman SP Bello Gotongs said the skulls taken from the graves are sold to herbalists for ritual purposes. He said on the 6th of May 2022 at about 10:30, the operatives of the Edo State Police Command arrested a criminal gang that specializes in vandalizing vaults and graveyards to desecrate corpses and decimate their parts for commercial purposes. The leader of the gang is Josephine Adun, 40, of Omono Street off Stadium Roadhouse, Benin City, and other members are Oyegoke Olushola, 42, of number 82 Zomi Street off Upper Sakungba Road, Benin City, Edo State, who is the gang herbalist, and Charity Goodluck, 29, of Forestry Road, Ologbo, who bought the skull for 40,000 naira. Saddened by this crime, the CP is calling on all local government areas of the state and other agencies of government who are empowered in safeguarding the cemetery to do so, as activities of these criminals need to be checked before they constitute more nuisance in the society, he added. He continued, at about 7:45, the operatives of the command, in collaboration with local vigilante, went on bush combing in an effort to track down, possibly arrest and recover arms from kidnap syndicates who are in Uzia Forest, Uromi, in Esan Central Local Government area of the state. The kidnap syndicate, citing a team of operatives, engaged them in a heavy gun duel, but the superior firepower of the team led to the death of 2 members of the syndicate, while 4 others were initially arrested in Ubuha and Ubiaja, who were leading the operatives to the syndicate hideout, namely Muhammad Ahmedu, 29, Shaibu Lawal, 30, Nasiru Muhammad, 31, and Muhammad Ibrahim, 28, sustained serious gunshot injuries during the encounter. On Jonathan and Asari Dokubo, former militant leader Asari Dokubo has advised former President Goodluck Jonathan not to join the ruling All Progressives Congress APC. Dokubo said the plan to draft Jonathan into the presidential race under the platform of the ruling party is an attempt to ridicule the former president. In a Facebook Live on Wednesday, the repentant militant said he was not in support of the former president joining the APC and contesting for presidency under the party. He, however, asked Jonathan to join other opposition parties if he wants to return to power in 2023. I'm not in support of Goodluck coming to contest election under the APC 100%. I'm not in support because many of his followers fought the APC government and had gone hungry throughout this period without any aid from him and without consultation. He will just come out. If Goodluck wants to stage a comeback, let him go to other political parties, YPP, SDP, etc. Why should he want somebody to anoint him before he contests the election? Dokubo queried. Now to business. An Akwa Ibom State High Court has ordered Polaris Bank to pay a customer's 500,000 naira as damages for the bank's failure to reverse a failed point of sales transaction within 72 hours as provided by law. The plaintiff, Indogen Sit Nwoko, is a civil servant in Akwa Ibom and a Polaris Bank customer. She made a withdrawal of 61,000 via POS on December 24, 2020, but was debited without payment. Mrs. Nwoko said she made several efforts, including several visits to the bank, but the debit was not reversed until after 28 days. Dissatisfied with the way she was treated by the bank, the woman, through her lawyer Utibe Nwoko, sued Polaris Bank. Mrs. Nwoko asked the court to compel the bank to refund her 61,000 naira. She also asked the court to compel the bank to pay her 100 million naira as damages and 1 million naira as cost of her legal action. Justice Bennett Laumo, in a ruling, ordered the bank to pay 500,000 naira as damages to Mrs. Nwoko for failing to reverse the transaction within the 72 hours as provided by law. Anthony Ebuk, lawyer to the defendant, told Premium Times on Wednesday that his client would appeal the ruling. Mr. Ebuk, who said the court cannot amend the pleadings of a party in a suit, argued that the plaintiff in her prayers asked the court to order the return of her money, pay her damages for money that was lost, and pay her the cost of legal action. He said the plaintiff did not ask for payment of damages for the delayed reversal which the court awarded to her. He further said that his client returned the said money to the customer's account within the 16 days allowed by law for such transactions. Mr. Ebuk said the plaintiff later withdrew the money before approaching the court. According to Mr. Ebuk, the judgment was not based on the pleadings of the party but on a total misdirection of facts. The judgment was not a true position of the law. It wasn't the terms of agreement. There was no hearing in the matter. Everything was totally against the rule of practice and the law. Now to sports. Ajax secured a second straight Jos Eredivisie title on Wednesday with a 5-0 thrashing of Heerenveen at the Amsterdam Arena. The club's 36th league crown is the third in charge for outgoing coach Erik ten Hag, who will end his 5-year stint at the helm of the end of the season to become Manchester United's manager. Ajax have a 4-point lead over second placed PSV Eindhoven, who beat Nijmegen 3-2 with one match remaining. PSV missed the chance to cut the gap to 2 points last week when they conceded two late goals in the 2-2 draw at Feyenoord. On Wednesday, Nicolas Tagliafico and 7 Bergues calmed any home nerves by giving Ajax a